long-distance running for 25 years. It's one of the most rewarding physical activities imaginable. It's hard, it's painful, and it's fun. It confers legitimacy on my day. It makes me feel alive. Simply stated, I love running, and I love running far. Above all else, running is selfish. Therefore, I run first for me. My family waits for me. My family listens to my stories from the road. My family has faith in me. My family loves me, trusts me, and depends on me. Therefore, second, I run for them. While running is in many ways about solitude, I rarely run alone. My thoughts are always with me. My hopes, my fears, my dreams, they come along too. From start to stop, I yearn to understand the greater meaning of my journey. With every beat of a runner's heart, with every pounding step, life itself is affirmed. And so, it costs nothing, yet can mean everything for any runner, for me, to make a simple dedication. To say that these steps I'm taking are not mine to own. It means something to me to declare that because I'm alive and I care for others, third, I run for you.
So run for the way run for it's a Twitter hashtag, and if you and people make dedications, you know, run third for, I'll choose a couple of my own right now. Run third for my mother-in-law who had an aneurysm. Run third for my brother-in-law who's suffering from cancer. Run third for you know, second cup of coffee in the morning. Run third for my dog who's hilarious. Run third for, you know, and the idea is you go and you read down that Twitter strand, and it's a living prayer. It's an expression of love and community, and so that when anybody wears Run Third on their, you know, their clothes or their hat, or they write it on a Sharpie or whatever, you in essence are running on behalf of all of the people who made their dedications and all of the people for whom they've dedicated that moment to. So it's a pretty great thing that is now there's like 19 team captains. You got 2 here, right? You both? Yeah? Yeah, 2 team captains. Anybody else? 3, 4, 5. Anybody else? 5 Run Third team captains. Thank you guys for taking that idea and helping others enjoy it. Probably got about 5 minutes left. I've got this last little thing that has to do with this thing here, which is, you know, I'm never going to be compared. It's not interesting for anybody to compare my running accomplishments with people who are, you know, competitive. It's relative. My joy, my satisfaction is relative. And yet somehow deep within, I'll read this last little bit of my prepared thing. So we can see that running is uplifting and fulfilling on the purest level. So then why so often is running thoroughly debilitating? Why does it seem that many of us approach our running lives with an intensity that borders on pathology? To the unaccustomed observer, many runners seem almost angry when they're running, or at least determined to the point of grimacing uncomfortably. I suppose if we want to give ourselves or others a present, we naturally want it to be the biggest, best, most comprehensive, important present ever invented. Ergo, the more we suffer, the better. The more we must be accomplishing then. When does running cease to be a simple acting on the impulse to move our bodies into an activity requiring strenuous struggle in order to consider ourselves a success? It is simply human nature to expect more, to set goals higher for ourselves than we can actually achieve. It is this phenomenon that I'm exploring in the documentary Personal Best. 18 flat, 42:23, 1:59:08, 4:04. These are my personal bests for the 5K, 10K, half marathon, and full. 16 years old when I PB'd for the 5K, 17 for the 10K, something like 39 years old for the half, and 29 when I failed by 4 minutes to break the 4-hour mark, but to establish a personal best in the full marathon. And I haven't come close to that in 13 years, but I will. But It says, in the little gold thing, it says sub 4. You know, there are millions of guys who go faster than sub 4, but when I do it, oh, everyone will know. How is it possible with over 3,000 miles logged, I remember those 4 numbers so specifically? Churchill said that some men are great. Oh, what is it? Some men are born great, some men achieve greatness, and some men have greatness thrust upon them. Well, whatever greatness I'm meant to achieve in running shoes will be mine to own. In fact, when I scan down the results after an event, if I'm like above the halfway mark, like 10,000 people, if I finish 9,999 or better, I'm like, see, I'm better than half the people out there. And sometimes are my personal bests sitting on the top of a mountain for all to see as a trophy, but unsurpassable? Are they a pace car that I bungee cord myself to, ever stretching back and forth as a barometer of time and conditioning, and diet, weight, and everything? Are those digits, those personal best digits, an impermeable granite block that I will forever crush myself against? Are they a siren beckoning me forth? Are they a mirage? Yes. Anyhow, my point is just to say that that one of the things I've noticed about running is that sometimes you have to decide, you know, when you reach the diminishing returns of ambition. I mean, I ran today the 10K at 57:59, and 2 weeks ago I ran one at 56. But today, this was the best I could do today. Couldn't run any faster. I mean, I could have run faster, but then no way could I have done anything tomorrow. So I just think it's important for us to remember when we're talking about inspiration that it's our obligation to allow ourselves to be inspired. And it's our opportunity to work to inspire ourselves. So when we set our goals, when we have our training routines, when we're doing whatever we're doing, you know, keep this extraordinary feeling of inspiration alive in yourself. And it'll be a little bit more fun, and the pain will feel a little bit more worth it. Thanks everybody so much for listening to my whole treatise here. I had a great time. I'll see you all on the road tomorrow. Call when you pass me. Don't mind going to pick me up off the road. Have a great run yourselves, and go run Disney. Thank you.